From the global resources of ABC News with Terry Moran, Martin Bashir, and Cynthia McFadden in New York City, this is Nightline, November 12th, 2009.
Pornography is a billion-dollar business in the United States. An addiction for many, a license to print money for the porn moguls, and a very risky business for the performers. Sexually transmitted diseases are a fact of life for those who appear in adult films, a risk that was underscored in June by one actor's HIV infection. But as Nightline contributor Lisa Ling found, don't expect condoms to be the answer to this occupational health hazard.
See? Darren James.
Darren James once led a busy life as a porn star. At the height of your career, how many women were you having sex with?
Sometimes it could be 10 women in an orgy scene, nonstop. You work from 8 o'clock in the morning till maybe 8 o'clock at night, and that's one scene.
It was all part of a job Darren did successfully for nearly 8 years, until 2004, when Darren got the call all porn performers dread.
When I get that call, everything stops. I had the virus, and my whole world just crashed.
So you don't know how you got infected?
I don't.
Did you infect people?
3 girls, and I knew them. I felt bad.
Darren's HIV infection shut down Southern California's porn industry for a month, and when his identity as the original infection was made public, he says the isolation that followed drove him to attempt suicide.
I know porn ain't the best business in the world, but it's all I had.
Darren is now campaigning to make condom use mandatory in adult film. He predicted years ago that his infection would not be the last the industry would see. In June of this year, he was proven right.
An actress was determined to be HIV positive.
Serious news is coming out of the adult movie industry.
It was the first publicly confirmed HIV infection in Southern California's porn industry since the outbreak caused by Darren's case in 2004. The scare again raised questions about the safety of pornography made without condoms. What do you see the most of?
Oh, chlamydia. Chlamydia sticks to everything.
Sharon Mitchell runs the Adult Industry Medical Healthcare Foundation, or AIM, a clinic set up by the adult industry to serve performers.
We're not the condom police and we're not the set police, but we do make it possible for everyone to exchange clean bills of health.
The recent HIV infection of an adult performer was detected at this facility. Unlike Darren's case, Mitchell says this time the contamination was contained and no other performers were infected. So you believe that patient 0 contracted HIV outside of the industry, but within the 30-day testing period?
Most definitely. We are really able to tell almost to the day.
LA County officials say that more than 3,600 cases of chlamydia and gonorrhea were reported among adult film performers since 2004. Mitchell says she observes a lower incidence rate of STDs among adult performers than is found in the general population.
I have tried every possible way to convince a lot of companies to use condoms, and just still a lot of people don't like to use them.
Condoms may be lifesavers, but inside the porn industry, they're widely viewed as profit killers.
The truth is that when people watch adult movies, they're watching it for the fantasy. They don't want to see condoms. Condoms in adult movies just don't sell as well. That's just a fact.
Steve Hirsch is the CEO of Vivid Entertainment, one of the country's most prolific producers of pornography. Testing for STDs in the industry is voluntary, but Vivid requires its performers to provide clear tests from the AIM clinic every 30 days in order to work. So how does this process work? What do you do before every shoot?
I go to talent search, and today we're using Nikki Jane. So I type in her real last name. It brings up her current results, and it tells me when it was collected and when it expires. So as long as I know it's within the 30 days, and it's not expired, I can use that talent.
So, Nikki, you're about to have sex with someone in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you know this guy?
No, we met today.
Is that weird?
No, not at all.
I know that when you show up, you have to show your test results, and the guy you're about to have sex with also had to do so, but what if he slept with someone last night and got infected?
Yeah, exactly. Nothing is 100% safe.
Does it make you nervous?
No, I don't think about that.
While some companies say they offer female performers the option to use condoms, inside the industry, the decision to demand condom use is widely viewed as a choice to not work in porn. If you wanted to?
No, because if you wanted to, you wouldn't hardly get any work. The whole point of the porn industry is to see something raw and to see something really sexual. You know what I mean? Like, people should be using condoms in the real life, but when they see it on the screen, they don't really want to see that.
Mike Weinstein runs the AIDS Healthcare Foundation. He believes that the graphic nature of porn shoots invites risk.
There are definitely sexual acts that are being depicted on film for the benefit of the fantasy of the audience that are much riskier than what normally goes on in people's bedrooms. You may have multiple performers at the same time. That increases the risk of transmission.
The AIDS Healthcare Foundation is suing Los Angeles County's Public Health Department and major porn producers to force condom use on sets. So you believe that every performer should be mandated to wear condoms on set?
I believe that every performer wants to wear condoms on the set.
While we were there, this 18-year-old adult performer came to the AIM clinic for her 30-day STD test. How seriously do you take the testing?
Pretty seriously. There's a risk of getting AIDS. Everyone's like scared of getting it, so you gotta get tested every month.
You think it's worth the risk?
Not really, no. But I gotta do it for money, so.
Do you ever wear condoms?
Yeah, sometimes, but usually on set, they don't want you to, so.
So do you feel like you would work a lot less if you demanded condoms?
I think so. People usually don't want condoms, so I don't think I'd get as much work.
You feel a lot of pressure?
Yeah.
To not wear condoms?
Mm-hmm.
But if you could, you certainly...
Yeah, I would definitely. I'd make it like a law or something. I don't know.
You think there should be a law?
I think so, maybe.
No, as soon as you pull your top up, you're in shock and you go right out.
But Hirsch and others inside the industry say a law requiring condom use would only push production underground. He says the known infection numbers prove that the current voluntary testing system works.
We're talking about 250,000 scenes have been shot since 2004, and one person has tested positive. I like our track record.
Darren James still believes that's not good enough.
Why? Why is it worth it? Or to go through what I went through? That's probably the worst thing, is getting that call, you got HIV, and then your whole life's upside down. The only way to solve it is condoms, period. There's no way around it.
I'm Lisa Ling for Nightline in Los Angeles.
A risky business indeed for the people caught up in porn. Thanks to Lisa Ling for that report. When we come back...